My parents and I did not have the abstinence sex talk. My mom was very uncomfortable speaking about that with me. I should have gone off by example because she too is a teen mom, but I did not. It probably would have changed my mind if we did talk about sex. I would have probably waited. I would have definitely made smarter decisions. I wouldn't have thought that sex was okay at all if we would have spoken about it. So yes, it did impact me. That we did not have the sex talk. Having friends that were very sexually active, it didn't really influence me to be sexually active. It just made it okay if I was sexually active. I was the last of my friends to have sex, and I took pride in that. I thought that that was good, and the fact that I waited so long was okay, but I was still a teenager having sex. So either way, it was not okay. My friends made it out to be like, not that it was cool, but that it was okay, and there was no harm in having sex at such a young age. In a way, I don't think they influenced my decisions, but I do think they influenced my thoughts, which led to my decision to have sex at a very young age. When I found out I was pregnant, it was like my life was in a roller coaster. All of a sudden, I was just in this bubble and I couldn't get out at all. I couldn't breathe. I was so anxious and nervous. I never thought about giving my baby up for adoption. One, because I had a loving boyfriend at the time who is now my husband, and there was a lot of support coming from both his family and mine. And abortion, it went through my mind a couple times, but I would have never done it, mainly because I already made my choice, and that choice was to have sex, and if it led to a baby, I couldn't have dealt with it by killing it at all. I didn't think about neither Joseph's, my husband, or my family on their thoughts on abortion. I didn't even think about them when I found out I was pregnant. It was all about how I felt and how I thought, and I think abortion is a very easy way to escape what it is you're going through and the troubles that you will face in the future. And I knew right away that I wasn't going to escape this, and I didn't want to. So I made my choice to have my baby, and I did not want abortion, and I did not want to choose adoption. Being a teen mom really affected me financially, I think socially and emotionally. As a teen, you don't really have stocks or funds and a house to put a baby in, or a car to, drive them around everywhere. So my husband and I were very, we didn't know what we were gonna do. So, I mean, our family helped us a lot, but if we had not had our family, he wouldn't have, Matthew, my son, wouldn't have most of the things that he has right now, and we definitely wouldn't have transportation or, a roof over our heads, or any luxury stuff that we just have. So our family definitely helped us out financially. Socially, because I mean, once you're pregnant, you're not really down to go and have fun and drink and do what you used to do before you got pregnant. So your friends, they're not ready to say, okay, don't worry, we'll put it all away and we'll get through this together. They're kind of stuck in their ways, and I don't blame them. But socially, I did lose most of my friends. My loyal friends stuck around, and I'm very grateful for them. But I mean, I have a social life, but not like the one I used to have. and of course I wouldn't want that because I'm a mom now, but socially it affected me a lot. Emotionally, I was very confused. I was very hurt for months. I mean, I would cry. I was emotionally struck by everything that was going on around me. My body, my mind, everything was changing. I had different hormones. I was just affected in many ways. I'm sure there are more things that affected me at the time, but those are the top 3 I would probably say.
Somebody's been messing around with
Life at school, being a teen mom, was very abnormal. I didn't want anyone to find out that I was pregnant. I didn't even tell 70% of my friends. I was so scared. I didn't know what anybody would think. But when people did find out, it was so hard. It was ridiculous walking down the hallways and just having everyone pretty much treat me so much nicer, or not nice at all, because they knew I was pregnant. My teachers definitely started treating me with a lot more care. They started being very different, and I know my teachers thought very highly of me, and that changed their minds about me as a person. It was just very difficult to even interact with anybody because of the way I was so insecure. I didn't know if how they felt about me. I didn't know how they felt about my situation. I didn't know if they still wanted to be my friend. I didn't know if they still had hopes for me like they used to. So it wasn't easy. It wasn't hard, but it was very uncomfortable. My outlook now on life is very different from before. I think different, I act different, I feel different. Everything is 100% different. Before it was always about me. It was never about family. It was never about my friends. It was never about anybody else. I just thought about me. And now I love family. I cherish family. I love my son. I'm not selfish at all. I think about his needs. I think about everybody. My outlook on life now is very different. I want something. I want to do something in life. I don't want to just mess around and go out and have fun, because I understand that everything comes with a consequence. I'm not saying that Matthew is my consequence. I'm just saying, if you do something, you know, that you're not supposed to be doing, there will be a consequence. So I have my head on straight. I'm doing whatever I have to do. I love life now. I did before, but not like I do now. I love my family, and I love my son, and I feel like it just bettered my life in a lot of ways, the way I think now.
like sunlight burning at midnight, making my life something so beautiful.
My situation was very different from other girls. I watch Teen Mom all the time, and I just feel so sorry for them, because my life is nothing like them. My husband and I were very blessed to have a great family, and you know, a great family to support us financially and emotionally. But for other girls that don't have the support of a family, the support of a husband, the support of good friends, I don't think you should consider having sex at all, because I don't think you understand, when you have sex, there's always a possibility of getting pregnant, always, regardless whether you're on the pill or you're not, whether you're on birth control or not. There's always a possibility of getting pregnant. So I think you should take that decision, the decision of not having sex, into consideration, because it will affect your life. And although I had a blessed pregnancy, and I have a great life right now, for other girls it's not the same. And I just hope that everybody takes into consideration the options that they have. Abstinence, birth control, you know, talk to your parents, talk to people around you. Sex, you don't have to have sex to fit in, you don't have to have sex to feel good about yourself. You know, look it up. Just be smart about this decision because it will affect your life ultimately.